Why is the left so divisive? Pretty popular question. And no one seems to really know, but I'd like to think I'm pretty close here. I think the reason why the left is so divisive is we're more policy driven than the right. So by being more policy driven, we're going to have more discourse. We're going to have a deeper breadth of dialogue with each other. Whereas the right wing will coalesce almost instantaneously over ideas and their policies and whatnot. Like it does seem pretty easy from the left side of the aisle where I'm at, where most likely you are too, when you see how quickly they coalesce. They're like, okay, you for the Second Amendment? I'm for the Second Amendment. Whoa, nothing more to discuss there. Let's do it. Or, oh, you're against abortion? Well, I'm against abortion too. All right, let's move forward together. Oh, you're for unfettered capitalism? I'm for unfettered capitalism too. What is there left to discuss? Let's coalesce and move forward. So, on the left here, when it comes to policies like Medicare for all and, fight for 15, universal basic income, free college, we want to flesh all of these out and dig deep into the policy substance, which I like and I admire, and I believe we should. But the thing about the left is we don't know how to shut it off. And we don't know how to win when we need to win. That's our problem. It seems like a lot of lefties just want to be correct. They want to be right. It's like lefties put being right about their own preferred policy substance than beating their political opposition. And this has to stop. This has to change. Because we're getting beaten by fascists right now. Literal American fascists are winning as the left descends into chaos and disagreement. Okay? So we really have to recognize what is happening here. That the left is really stubborn, and we need to be less stubborn. And, we're not going to get what we want all the time. And we have to recognize that winning is important. Winning is more important than being right. Like, it has to be this way. It really has to be this way. Because the left is not concerned about winning, in my book. They're really not. And in the primary was awesome because I and so many others, we supported multiple candidates like Bernie Sanders, Tulsi Gabbard, Andrew Yang, Mike Gravel, and I was like, teaming up for a while, like building a coalition and whatnot. And it was awesome. And the whole thing was, if one of these people don't get in there, we support the other one. Because we want to build our chances of winning. Okay? Even though Andrew Yang isn't a typical lefty. He's pretty unconventional. And he might be libertarian for some people. And, Mike Gravel might be seen as too much of a hardcore socialist. Or Marianne was just kind of kooky. Or too kooky for... It didn't matter because their policies were all pretty much in the same wheelhouse of favorability with people on the left. And that was the important thing. The important thing in the primary was just to coalesce around whoever won, we would support them. And I'm trying to get that idea right now to flourish with lefties. Like, we just have to be willing to compromise a little bit, not a lot, a little bit, for the sake of winning. And you know, I know Biden wasn't on anyone's list. We know that the establishment did their power moves and made their phone calls, and you know, we're dealing with this the best way we can. But a direct vote against authoritarian style fascism is a slam dunk here. Okay, and lefties, once again, are being very stubborn and ideological to the point where they're not even willing to vote directly against authoritarian style fascism. That is absurd. We know it's a rigged two-party system. We want to change that. Let's move forward to try to change that. But let's work with what we have to work with right now, people. This is what we have to work with. Okay? And it's disheartening, and you know, it sucks on so many levels. But if we're willing to just recognize it for what it is, it's a lot easier to take. Okay? If we live in objective reality, as horrible and cringe as it may be, okay, we gotta deal with it. So I'm definitely voting Biden-Harris. I'm definitely voting against authoritarian-style fascism. You know, it's a no-brainer. It's a slam dunk. It's not even... I don't have to... A lot of people just can't move out of the primary mindset. I understand, but I did immediately as a staunch Bernie Sanders supporter. Like, I know what we have to do. I know what we need to do. Move out of the primary mindset and move into defeating authoritarian fascism mindset. It's imperative that we do. We just have to vote against it directly, whoever it is. Whether it's someone you like or don't, it really doesn't matter, because we're in so deep into fascism with Trump. Another 4 years is unfathomable that there will be any remnants of democracy anywhere in sight. Okay? We know authoritarians over time consolidate power. They find ways to do it. And Trump would likely do it through executive orders. So he can still do a lot of damage, even though he might lose the Senate. He might lose the House. But we have to make our votes count directly against authoritarian-style fascism in America. So, you know, hold your nose, bite your lip. We got to do it. I got my ballot today in the mail, sending it in. I'm going to drop it off. We have a drop box here in Pennsylvania where I live, so we're going to do that. And, you know, we're going to catch our breath. We're going to regroup, and hopefully Biden and Harris win, and then we can strategize from there. So, give me a like on the video if you like the content. Make sure you share. If you're not subscribed, please do so down below. And click the bell for notifications.